Ma'am, I want to say something. Ma'am.
Good afternoon. Hold on, don't shout. Good afternoon, class 6. So I once again repeated, the thing that I have uploaded your work set, geography in Vicon. I have mailed you so that I have increased one topic so that you get 2 topics to explore. First, take project as an opportunity to learn. Here, nobody is telling you as a lecture that, as a class lecture or so, that this is this is that. But when you use your books, your even internet, don't search Wikipedia and whatever is there in Wikipedia, 10 of you have same information in your projects. This is there. Many of you, if I open one after the other your North America works, you will see how similar everyone's point is. Because, this is my thing, that explore more than one link. If you are using internet, explore 3-4 links, read certain points, see which one is more interesting, which one you feel to be quite, quite an, what should I say, innovative point, something that we did not discuss in class, something that is very interesting. You can put those points, you can read the point from internet and then frame it in your own words. That also is all right. You can make it in any way you want. That is not a problem with me. Whether you can record a video, or you can do a PPT, or you want to do a Word document, you do it in your way. Use maps. I very much prefer if somebody can draw, buy a South America map and mark it, label it in the map. It will be very nice. So,
Ma'am, can I use Google Earth? Can I use Google Earth?
You can use Google Earth. Definitely you can use. There is no problem. But if somebody can do some map pointing, and show where Indies is located or where is the Amazon forest located, it will be very nice. If you can do it, if you can put in your touch to the work, instead of making it just a copy paste from the net. I always prefer works where students have put in some effort and thought, and their work also shows. Their work does not mean just copy and paste, because what is available in the net, I also can search. If you can do Google search, I also can do Google search. Please don't think me so old that I cannot do Google search and open Wikipedia and read some points. I can do the search myself and read Wikipedia. So I don't want it to be a Wikipedia work. I want you all to read at least 4-5 links, at least 4-5 links before you jot down the points and take the most interesting ones. Okay, so last day we started discussing South America. Yes.
Ma'am, excuse me, I want to say something.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, in South America is the end of the part is triangle, and in India end of the part is also triangle, and there is also another coincidence. India is also surrounded by 3 sides in water bodies, and South North America is also surrounded by 3 sides in water bodies.
Very good, Vishwanath. Very good observation. And well done that you have shared this interesting fact. Very, very good. Absolutely
Another
correct.
thing is, India is completely blocked towards the north.
India is blocked towards the north. South America is open towards the north with a small connection
More or
with
less
North
open.
America.
More or less open. But
Yes,
North America is
except
closed.
for a small connection with North America. But very true, good observation that India's southern part is also a triangle with broad on the top and coming narrow at the south. Very nice. Now, yes.
Ma'am, if we make a PPT, what is the maximum number of slides?
See, I told you 8 to 12 points. Minimum 8 points, maximum 12 points. So you make the slides accordingly. I'm not saying maximum number of slides. If one person wants one 0.1 slide, that you can do. If you want to put 2 points in one slide, that you can do. That is your choice. I am not saying means the number of points, don't make it, 15, 20. Keep it within 12. That is what I would like to say. And add map, start with a small introduction, end with a small conclusion. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, Atacama Desert, we finished the western coastal plain. We were in the Andes Mountains, and I told you Andes comes from a Quechua name which deals with copper, and Mount Aconcagua is its highest peak. So, if it is named after copper, can you tell me, what type of industry can you see? What can be the occupation of the people, or what type of industry can you see in this region?
Ma'am, making metals.
So, ma'am, these places are mainly mining centers.
What do you do?
These places are mainly mining centers.
Mining. Very, very good.
Mining industries.
Absolutely. Mining industry. You have lots of mining centers here because metals are found. You will be learning this chapter in class 6 only. There is one chapter called minerals that you will be doing after this. So as you all can see, mining became a very important industry in this part because of the availability of minerals. But the interesting thing is this: the Andes are quite a high mountain peak, and it is quite lofty and very steep. So it is believed that there are many more mines present in Andes, but because of the
I have one question.
Yes, Adiva.
Ma'am, I'm gonna give me 1 second. I need to form the question properly.
Okay, surely, no problem. But as I was saying, because of the lofty peaks and the steep slope, many times mining is not possible. Very similar, like Vishwanath was doing comparison with India. It's a very important observation. In India, even in Himalayas, we believe there are lots of minerals because mountains and plateaus, they are rocky surfaces. Okay, rocks are basically made out of minerals, and these minerals are something that we use for our to solve many of our needs. Okay, but be it making electric wires with aluminium to our utensils at home, which are made up of steel. We use metals for so many purposes. Hence, you see what has happened is in Himalayas, though there are many minerals found, but because of its steepness, because of its steep slope and inaccessibility, because of the harsh climate also in many parts, setting up mining centers have not been possible everywhere. So there are many mines, but there are many minerals which are unexplored yet. Same goes for Andes. Still, Andes have many large towns which are mainly mining towns. People's occupation, one important occupation of this region is mining. Apart from copper also, there are other minerals like gold, like silver, like lead, platinum, which is one of the rarest metals found on earth. Platinum, all these are found in this region.
Lead is the strongest.
What?
Lead is the strongest.
Lead is quite a strong one. Plus, you can say that many of the minerals like copper and all that is found here, these are good conductors of electricity. So we still use copper wires. Have you seen? Have anyone made anything with? Have you tried making those bulbs where you put that copper wire, it touches, and then the light glows, and you remove the wire and it goes away?
I've seen, but I've not
Science
done.
experiment.
Mama, I feel that I have completed.
In my mind,
Not, of course, with the help of elders. Definitely with the help of elders. Okay, Adiva, what was your question?
Ma'am, was telling in one side of the Atacama Desert there are mountains, and in the other side there is the ocean. And how did it form? Shouldn't there be so much moisture?
Shouldn't there be so much moisture? Yes, your question is not wrong. To understand this, you need to understand a lot of working of the Earth's atmosphere and ocean circulations, which is a little, above your level. You will start learning about atmosphere in class 7, and when you go to class 8 and learn about atmospheric circulations, then the climate and oceanic circulations. In 8 and 9, you learn this. Oceanic circulations and atmospheric circulations, that how is the wind blowing? Why is the wind, what kind of wind is here? What are trade winds? What are westerlies? These concepts needs to be there for you to understand why Atacama Desert is located there. So right away, explaining to you, I can tell you why. What are trade winds? Most of the countries have desert. There is a fact, a geographical thing, that in the torrid zone, the deserts are located on the western side of the countries. Why? So, but if I explain it to you now, you will not really understand. For that, you need to know atmosphere very well, which you will be starting from class 7. And by the time you are in 8 and 9, you will get a clear answer to this. Okay, so I don't want to make it very complex for you. Yes?
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, since the Atacama Desert has the Pacific Ocean to the west, I have heard that many herons stay in the end of the desert, because there are very important minerals from the desert which the wind blows into the ocean.
Which the wind blows into the ocean. Okay. That is interesting. That is quite interesting. Now, this, I can tell you, learn this as a fact, but you will get an answer to this when you learn about the world winds first, the layers of the atmosphere and the various components of weather and climate. And then you will learn about the atmospheric circulations. When you understand that, you will get an answer to this question. Okay. Coming to the fact that in the Andes mountain, I told you there are many mining centers, mining towns have developed. Along with that, in the Andes mountains, from the highlands of the Andes, many important rivers start. Many important rivers of South America. If you come here, there is a map related to the rivers of South America. Should I get it a little bit bigger?
Ma'am, those rivers looks like blood veins.
Okay, I think you can see the names now.
Ma'am, these rivers look like blood veins.
So you see all the rivers. Have you observed something? If you generally observe, you will see all the rivers are starting
from Amazon.
The Amazon and all the tributaries of the Amazon also. All the rivers are starting from the Amazon and moving towards the Atlantic. Very few rivers are there. Very few rivers are there, children, which, actually there are rivers. I will not say there are no rivers at all, but few very small, short rivers are there, which starts from the Andes mountain and flows towards the Pacific. Short, swift rivers. They don't have a long journey, but there are long rivers which starts from the Andes, like the biggest example being the Amazon River. Yes, the Amazon is, and the largest in terms of volume of water it is carrying. The largest in terms of volume of water that it is carrying. All this starts from the Andes and moves the slope of the land. 1 minute. The slope of the land is from west to east. The west is higher, the eastern side is lower. So the rivers start from the west and moves towards the east and goes and meets the Atlantic Ocean. So the upper course, if I ask you, quick think and answer, where will the upper course of the Amazon River lie? What will you answer? Application? In which part?
Andes.
In the Andes mountain
Andes
range.
mountain.
The Andes.
Simple
Andes
application. You have read about the 3 courses of the river, and you know that Andes is the mountain area here. If I just join your 2 knowledges and ask you, where does the upper course of the Andes mountain, where does the upper course of the Amazon river lie? You will say it's in the
It's in the
Andes mountains.
Andes mountain.
Oh, river
Andes
starts from the
mountains.
Eastern Highlands.
Absolutely. Ananto. Yes.
Ma'am,
Now-
does any river start from the Eastern Highlands?
Yes. I was just coming to that only. Like there are rivers going from west to east and having their... Pujan, what are you doing? Pujan, Ananto, why are you asking for... Acha. No problem.
Excuse me,
Uh,
ma'am.
Yes, but like 1 minute, like there are rivers starting in the west and flowing towards the east and meeting the Atlantic. So again, quick thinking answer. Tell me, where will the mouth of the rivers will lie in which ocean? If I ask you,
Atlantic Ocean.
Atlantic Ocean. Very good. Shejuti, Riddhiman, they are also answering here. Very good. Now you see it's in the Atlantic Ocean. Also, you will see coming here, moving a little bit up in the South America map. This part is the Brazilian Highlands and this part is the Guinea Highlands. So from the Brazilian Highlands, the eastern part in Brazil area, you have the Brazilian Highlands, which is mainly a plateau. It's also called the Eastern Highlands. Actually, Eastern Highlands are combination of both Guinea Highlands and Brazilian Highlands. There are rivers starting from this highlands and moving towards the south, from north to south, and 3 of the very important rivers in this way, which starts from the north, the Brazilian Highland region, and moves towards the south, it's the Paraguay, Paraná, and Panama rivers. Paraguay and Uruguay rivers. Can you see? This is together known as a very famous river system, which is the La Plata.
River system.
The La
Plata.
Plata river system. Paraguay, Paraná, and Uruguay. And all 3, these rivers start from the Eastern Highlands, especially Paraguay, Paraná. They
Ma'am,
start
where
from
does
the Eastern Highlands.
Orinoco start then?
River?
Orinoco, where does Orinoco start?
Orinoco is, okay, wait.
Up.
It's
Orinoco is
up
up.
here. Orinoco
Ma'am, here at
starts
the
from
top.
Guinea Highlands. It starts from Guinea Highlands. That is, again, let me move a little bit up here. Look at this map. It starts from the, okay, it's very small here, but it is there in the map. It starts from this highland. This is the Guinea Highland, and it moves towards the north. These are not flowing rivers, and they meet the Caribbean Sea. And these rivers, like the La Plata system, it starts from the Brazilian Highlands and moves towards the south. Okay, they move towards the south and again meet the Atlantic Ocean. Here, one more thing that you can see in between, because these so many rivers, all these rivers, they are coming to the middle part, right? So you see between the Guiana Highlands and the Brazilian Highlands, you have the Central Plains. Again, between the Andes and the Brazilian Highlands, you have the Central Plains. How are the plains formed here? Why are we saying that there are plains formed here? Because these rivers did the work of erosion. Erosion where? In its upper course, where the speed is maximum. So the Brazilian Highlands, the Andes Mountains, these areas are eroded by various rivers. And whatever they have eroded, they deposit it in the middle part, leading to formation of the Central Plain region. Did you understand? Anyone having, yes, there are a few hands. Please tell me. Grihit?
Ma'am, in the rivers and lakes map, ma'am,
Hmm.
there is one Colorado river. Ma'am,
Hmm.
what how many Colorado rivers are
There
there?
are.
One is
There
in
you will
North
find one
America.
Colorado in Africa as well. There is one Colorado River in Africa as well. I know. Same name. Like you have twins, so you can, it's not really that way twins, but you can say there is one Colorado in Africa as well. Yes, Nihal?
Ma'am, what?
You raised your hand.
Oh, acha.
Oh, okay. Then Shrivin. Yes, Shrivin, you raised your hand. Anything? I don't think he can hear. Aniran?
Yes, ma'am. I have a question. Can you show the picture which you showed? It's scroll up a bit.
Scroll up
It
a
was
bit.
bef-
Which one?
Ma'am,
This one?
yes, ma'am. This one. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, this one it is shown that in the western side there is only Andes, but there is western coastal plains also.
Yes. This map has made the Andes a bit broader. Okay, this map
Yes,
was
ma'am.
mainly given to show
And-
you where is Llanos, where is Selvas, and where is Pampas. So you can, this map mainly go for that one for this map. Because it is not fully
Oh.
Andes here. It's a very narrow coastal plain, which this map has not shown. Correct observation. Very good observation. You have observed this. This is very good that you have this. You have understood in detail that here should be a narrow coastal plain beside the Andes on the west. True. But what I was trying to say is that these rivers that are starting from the Brazilian highlands, that are starting from the Guiana highlands and going towards the north, and as well as, the ones starting from in the Amazon and its tributaries, all these rivers, they erode the upper course, that is the highlands and the mountains, and they deposit whatever they have eroded in the middle course and in the lower course. That is why remembering landforms and rivers is the base to learning of continents and understanding the geography of different regions. Hence, see, the middle part has plains. The middle part has plains. Some parts of the plains are quite fertile where agriculture is done. Some parts of the plains which receives little rainfall, not very high rainfall, then again they are not absolutely dry. Those areas you will find grasslands. Grasslands are found in areas where there is rainfall. Yes, of course, there is rainfall. You cannot say that it is absolutely dry, but rainfall is very less, little rainfall. You can see around 50 centimeter to maximum 80 or 100 centimeter, not more
Yes,
than
ma'am.
that, rather
But
less
still
than
there is so
100.
Ma'am, it
much
Always.
happens in one
Still
day
there
in
is so
West
much
Bengal.
grass. That is why the main
In
animal,
these
the
areas
bison-
you find, if it is, tropical grasslands, they are quite tall grasses. Too short grasses and bushes, they are mostly found here, and lots of grazing animals.
Listen, I
because of-
saw wildebeest and those bisons are there.
Yes.
Yes,
These grasslands are present in all the continents. See, this is here. These grasslands are present in all the continents. In North America, they are called what? You have read?
Prairies.
Prairies. All
Prairies.
forgotten. Wait, I'll have to give North America for revision. They are called prairies in North America. In South America, there are 3 names. For this region, there are 3 names. And this is the Llanos, the Selvas, and the Pampas. Not the Pampers pants for babies. Okay, you need to remember this. That the babies use. You can use this as a reference for remembering, but then this is a fact. So you can remember it this way. Then it is known by the name of steppes in Europe, and it is known very, very famous, something that we all know by the name of
Savanna.
Savanna grasslands
In
of
Africa.
Africa. How many of you have read or seen the movie Chander Pahar? Or read the book of Vibhuti Bhushan?
I have seen, ma'am. I have seen.
So, in that book, Did you observe when the boy came in contact, there was a rail line work going and there was lions coming in, creeping in, and the
Yes, ma'am.
lion
Yes,
came.
ma'am.
So where do the lions stay? In these grasslands.
Savannah.
These are all savanna regions. Savannas of Africa. Savannas of Africa are grassland regions where lions and graze, many other animals are of course found, and these animals are the praise for the lions. You will see this savanna is very commonly shown in Discovery Channel. Very common. If anybody watches Discovery Channel
ma'am.
for any time, you will see savanna is being shown very commonly.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
if you ever visit Africa, if any of you get a chance to visit Africa, you can go on jungle safaris in this region. It is also very famous. Then you see, so steppe, savanna, then prairies, pampas, these are all grasslands. Grasslands, and these grasses are not found in hilly areas, but in plain lands. There are more grasses, excuse me, and less number of trees because again of the climate of the region. The climate of the region is, there is less rainfall, not very high amount of rainfall, less amount of rainfall, but not as dry as deserts. These regions receive rainfall, they are not as dry as deserts, but then again, it's not as much as the rainforests. So in the northern part, in the Amazon side of, in the Amazon area of South America, you will find tropical, it is called equatorial rainforest. The forest, it gets rainfall every day, huge amount of rainfall throughout the year. They are dense jungles. This Amazon basin region. So we were discussing about Amazon and all those, interesting areas of the Amazon. And in the lowland, you see here, the La Plata brings quite a good amount of fertile soil, for which it has led to the formation of a region called Gran Chaco. Okay, Gran Chaco, it reminds me of that instrument that, for karate you use now. Which turns, what is that called?
Nunchaku.
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 You can use these words.
What?
Karate for karate. Haven't you seen it's a string and then
Ma'am,
two
Bruce
sides
Lee
and they
uses
turn it
that.
like this. And I feel always, my God, what are they doing? Jackie Chan. All doing like that. So here you also can remember it like that. Nunchaku's granny, Gran Chaco. Okay? Easy to remember.
Ma'am, we can remember the Andes like, and my Andy Roberts is a Western Falcon, and I remember it like this, Andy Roberts.
Okay, that is interesting. You can remember it in any way. What helps you, what you feel easier. Yes, Grihit?
Ma'am, do you know, it is actually said that the place of the lions to live in Africa is not its den, and it is the open savanna.
It is the open savanna. Very, very true. They just roam about there. Even if you watch The Lion King in that movie, it's
Yes,
the Pride
ma'am.
Rock, and the land it was ruling, it was the savannas. The savannas was the land that the Lion King was the king of. You see, those are grasslands with tall grasses, and they hide behind those grasses, and when there is any prey they see, they go and jump on it to catch it. So that is about the grasslands. But this Gran Chaco region, it's a vast alluvial plain brought by alluvium by the rivers, the La Plata, and it becomes very marshy. In Bengali, what we call as kada, marshy region during the rainy season. It's not very well drained because of the rainfall. It's a marshy region that Gran Chaco becomes, which again makes it a little difficult for agriculture. Yes, Anushka?
Ma'am, are we to join back?
What?
Do we need to join?
back?
You no, you need not join back. I think